Here again, part two to the first part of the video. Yisrael, a people robbed and spoiled. Tabernacle of Edom, the enemies and haters of Yah and his people. So now I'm going to point out just how this hatred begin and how it's from individuals which were Esau, the individual brother of Jacob, turned in the hatred turned into a nationwide hatred, and which the nation, the Edomite nation, to perpetrate those atrocities against their twin brother, Yisrael. So here it states in the book of Joshua, 21:85 a.m., Jacob returned to Isaac. So it states here in that's what, chapter 20. It's chapter 20. Oh, this is 29. Chapter 29. Yep, chapter 29. So we have verse 21 of chapter 29. And when Esau saw Jacob coming to his father and mother, he remembered what Jacob had done to him, and he was greatly incensed and against him, and he sought to slay him. And Isaac, the son of Abraham, was old and advanced in days. And Esau said, Now my father's time is drawing near that he must die, and when he shall die, I will slay my brother Jacob. And this was told to Rebekah, and she hastened and sent and called for Jacob her son. And she said unto him, Arise, go and flee to Haran, to my brother Laban, and remain there for some time until your brother's anger be turned from you, and then shall you come back. Here it states in, this is 21:85 a.m. Jacob visit Laban, verse 30 of chapter 29 of Joshua. It says, And Isaac finished commanding Jacob, and blessed him, and he gave him many gifts, together with silver and gold, and he sent him away. And Jacob hearkened to his father and mother. He kissed them and arose and went to Padan Aram. And Jacob was 77 years old when he went out from the land of Canaan, from Beersheba. And when Jacob went away to go to Haran, Esau called unto his son Eliphaz, and secretly spoke unto him, saying, Now hasten, take your sword in your hand, and pursue Jacob, and pass before him in the road, and lurk for him, and slay him with the sword in one of the mountains, and take all belonging to him, and come back. And Eliphaz, the son of Jacob, was an active man, an expert with the bow, as his father had taught him, and he was a noted hunter in the field and a valiant man. And Eliphaz did as his father had commanded him, and Eliphaz was at that time 13 years old. And Eliphaz rose up and went and took 10 of his mother's brothers and with him and pursue Jacob. And he closely followed Jacob, and he lurked for him in the borders of the land of Canaan, opposite to the city of Shechem. And Jacob saw Eliphaz and his men pursuing him, and Jacob stood still in the place in which he was going, in order to know what this was, for he did not know the thing. And Eliphaz drew his sword, and he went on advancing, he and his men, towards Jacob. And Jacob said unto them, What is to do with you that you have come here? And what meaneth it that you pursue with your swords? And Eliphaz came near to Jacob, and he answered and said unto him, Thus did my father command me, and now therefore I will not deviate from the orders which my father gave me. And when Jacob saw that Esau had spoken to Eliphaz to employ force, Jacob then approached and supplicated Eliphaz and his men, saying to him, Behold, all that I have, and which my father and mother gave unto me, that take unto you, and go from me, and do not slay me. And may this thing be accounted unto you a righteousness. And the Most High caused Jacob to find favor in the sight of Eliphaz, the son of Esau, and his men, and they hearkened to the voice of Jacob, and they did not put him to death. And Eliphaz and his men took all belonging to Jacob, together with the silver and gold that he had brought with him from Beersheba. They left him nothing. And Eliphaz and his men went away from him, and they returned to Esau to Beersheba, and they told him all that had occurred to them with Jacob, and they gave him all that they had taken from Jacob. And Esau was indignant at Eliphaz his son, and at his men that were with him, because they had not put Jacob to death. And they answered and said unto Esau, Because Jacob supplicated us in this matter, not to slay him, our pity was excited toward him, and we took all belonging to him, and brought it unto you. And Esau took all the silver and gold which Eliphaz has taken from Jacob, and he put them by in his house. And at that time, when Esau saw that Isaac had blessed Jacob, and had commanded him, saying, You shall not take of a wife from among the children of Canaan, and that the daughters of Canaan were bad in the sight of Isaac and Rebekah, then he went to the house of Ishmael his uncle, and in addition to his older wives, he took Maklah, the daughter of Ishmael, the sister of Nebaioth, for a wife. So this here now is a document which I took off for that I got from off of the internet. Exposing the Global Population Control Agenda by Brian Close, Clows, PhD. The formulation of United States population policy. The United States National Security Council is the highest decision-making body on foreign policy in the United States. On December 10, 1974, it promulgated a top-secret document entitled National Security Study Memorandum, or NSSM 200, also called the Kissinger Report. Its Its subject was implication of worldwide population growth for U.S. security and overseas interests. The document, published shortly after the first major international population conference in Bucharest, Bucharest, was the result of collaboration among the Central Intelligence Agency, the United States Agency for International Development, USAID, and the Department of State, Defense, and Agriculture. The Kissinger report was made public when it was declassified and was transferred to the U.S. National Archives in 1990. Although the United States government has issued hundreds of policy papers dealing with the various aspects of American national security since 1974, the Kissinger report continues to be the fundamental document on population control issued by the United States government. It therefore continues to represent official United States policy on population control and is posted on the USAID website. NSSM 200 is critically important to pro-life workers all over the world because it completely exposes the unsavory and unethical motivations and methods of the population control movement. Because it completely exposes the unsavory and unethical motivations and methods of the population control movement. The purpose of the Kissinger report. The primary purpose of the funded population control efforts is to maintain access to the mineral resources of less developed countries, or LDCs. The Kissinger report says that the U.S. economy will require large and increasing amounts of mineral from abroad, especially from less developed countries. The fact gives the U.S. enhanced interest in the political, economic, and social stability of the supplying countries, wherever a lessening of population pressures through reduced birth rate can increase the prospect of such stability. Population policies become relevant to resource supplies and to the economic interests of the United States.